you have to put me many ornaments. After we do this one, we are loaded with ornaments, we dressed up nicely. After all this, what's going to happen? Aadai udupom adan pinne paatsoru. Now aadai udupom is over. That means they dressed up nicely. We are going to dress up nicely. And then what you're going to do? Adan pinne paatsoru moodanai peedu murangai valivara. Are you all ready for the recipe? The recipe for the sweet? So this is where it comes. Pinne means after, thereafter. Adan pinne, thereafter, after we dressed up nicely, after being wearing all the ornaments that we get as a gift from you, not only 5, many ornaments. Now what we are going to do is we are going to eat. We are ahamannam, right? We are going to eat. We are going to eat this nice part sore. How to make the part sore is also the merciful acharyas have given the recipe for that matter. You have to please take a pen, take a paper and write out the recipe, what I'm saying now. And today you can cook this one, make this one and offer it and then enjoy this prasadam. Now you have to measure whatever the measurement I'm going to give. You have to measure according to your family, because this measurement is standard measurement that acharyas are giving, that this is exactly what you got to do. And this is how Andal was doing, and this is how she was enjoying that prasad, that sweet. What is it? 70 padi milk. Padi. Now you have to understand what these units are. Padi means 8, what is it called? 8 arak makes 1 padi. Now you may ask, what is arak? Arak is when 1 arak is close to little more, a little lesser than a 1 measuring cup. So that means 1 arak means 1 measuring cup, which means 70 padi of milk. That means 500 and that I just did a calculation. First of all, I was doing some, growing up in southern part of India, I heard this padi, arak, and all those things several times, but I never paid an attention of really equating that into English measurement. I never did that. Today I was just trying to do some preparing for this one. I was trying to do what is this? How do we measure this padi in English? Then it said 1 gunam. 1 gunam is a smallest unit that you can think of, smallest unit of volume. 1 gunam. You take that 1 gunam. That 9 gunam makes it 1 mummi. 11 mummi makes it 1 anu. 7 anu makes it 1 immi. 7 immi makes it 1 uminil. And 1 setigai makes it 7 uminil. 360 nel makes it 1 sevid. 5 sevid makes it 1 alak, and 2 alak makes it 1 ulak. And then 2 ulak makes it 1 uri, and 2 uri makes 1 padi. I just got lost totally. I'm sure you're lost. You might be wondering why even is talking all this thing to drag the class for another 1 hour. No, but you should understand it's so difficult. So what I did is simply took a call, made a call to my mother. And my mother, mom, tell me what does this 1 padi means? Then she said 8 arak is 1 padi. 1 arak means is close to 1 measuring cup. That's all. Now just remember this one. You don't need to remember this one. It's difficult. Therefore, what the recipe tells is 70 padi of milk, organic A2 milk, without any water added to it, right? A2 whole milk, 70 padi, which makes it, I did a math, it makes you 560 cups of milk. 500, so you're making notes, right? 560 cups of organic A2 grass-fed milk. Now, to that, 1 padi rice. 1 padi rice means 8 cups, only 8 cups. Because 1 padi means 8 arak, right? A arak means 1 cup. So 1 padi rice, you have to add to that 560 cups of milk. 8 cups of rice. Now, to that one, now let it boil. It boils and boils and boils and boils, not just boils for 5 minutes. You have to keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring, keep stirring. It just becomes a condensed. It's like sweet rice, right? Sweet rice. It's just keep churning and keep churning and stirring it, stirring it, stirring. It comes to a thick part. A sweet becomes thicker. At that time, whatever the measurement that you use, 1 cup rice, for 1 hand of rice, 1 hand of rice, add 2 badam, 2 pistachio, and 2 the crystal sugar. and 2 raisin, and 1 cashew. You have to multiply all these things now to that 1 padi, that is 8 cup of rice on a 560 cups of milk. That many badam, that many pista, that many cashew, that many raisin, that many crystal sugar. You have to add all those things. How do you add? Now take a ghee. How much ghee? The ghee should be 4-5 times more than the condensed milk. You already condensed, you already made the base, you already made the sweet now. Now 4-5 times more ghee should be added on a big pan. In that pan, add that multiplied, whatever multiplied badam, cashews, pistachio, raisin, and then candy sugar. Candy means the crystal sugar. Add all those things and roast it nicely to the golden brown color. Roast it nicely. And then take it and pour it on top of the sweet. Pour it on. Are we going to have sweet or are we going to drink ghee? That's a question. But this is the recipe it's been given. Don't ask me why, what, Prabhu. If I follow the recipe, I will today only go to Vaikunta. You may be thinking, that's not my intention, but that is a recipe. That means that's a rich sweet that has to be made. And that sweet is called part soru. Part soru. How the part soru should be said? Mooda nei. Mooda nei means to the brim, to the top of it. It just has to be soaked. The sweet has to be soaked. Some sweet shop you go, they'll be take you can see the ghee underneath, right? Whether it's original ghee or not, now what we don't know. Mooda nei pede, paratantrium. This is called the paratantrium point that we'll cover that later. Mooda nei pede, mooda nei pede. We make this sweet and we make all this thing. You made the recipe now, right? You have written this one. Please make this recipe, and then you might be telling Prabhu, I have to spend so much money on this one. It's your problem, not my problem. Now you make this one, and when you made this one, take it in a nice container, nice plate, and take a few Tulasi and top it on the Tulasi and give it to Krishna, offer it to Krishna. After you give an offer to Krishna, the way that you should eat, this is what we have to eat. Moodanai pedu, murangai vayu vara. The way that it has to be eaten is, don't use your finger, don't use the fork or spoon or anything. What Andal is going to do is, by her hand, she's going to take the sweet pal soru, sweet rice, sakara pongal. In other words, you just take this. Oh, I forgot to tell one more thing to add. I'm sorry about it. Jaggery. Jaggery should also be added. And when you make all this thing, then you take not sugar, not white sugar. White sugar is not good. In those days, there was no white sugar at all. Believe me or not, white sugar all got invented later, and it is not at all good. It's better to use non-white sugar, brown sugar, raw sugar, jaggery, and all those things are good. But white sugar should be avoided as much as possible. Please avoid. Let's avoid it. But everything is made of outside. You go and buy everything's made of white sugar only. So what to do? You have to think about what health is important or taste is important. It's individual choice. They can decide on that one. Now, Andal is taking this one and then going to eat. As she was eating this one, is just dripping from her hand, just like this. When you dip, you put your tongue and just, children will do this one, like they will lick on their hand like and take it like this. It may be discussing what you're watching me when I'm doing all these things. I'm sorry, but I'm just demonstrating how children will do. That's all. When I do, it's horrible. When children does, it's lovely to see them. Like what Andal also does one. It's just taking so much an instinct that when she eats, it's all dripping like that. How does she eat? She's going to a private room and sitting and eating everything what she cooked by herself. No. She made all this thing and then had with all the gopis together, sit together, enjoy together, eat together this wonderful prasadam. When we are coming to the temple, that prasadam period is a very critical period, crucial time period. Why? Association of the devotees. Association of what we do is we take the associations of prasadam, which is also good. No complaints. I'm not going to say. But the more than Kudi Irundu Kulindelor means we are coming together as a congregation together. Why? Sit together, eat together, talk about Krishna together, enjoy Krishna consciousness, share your realization with others. And that is why Kudi Irundu. We are all coming together for that moment of enjoying Krishna consciousness. They are not going to pack our things and go to our room and eat. That is bad. And totally, we are not understanding what Krishna consciousness. Sometimes what we try to do is when as soon as the prasadam comes into the kitchen kitchen hall, and then we go with the plate or we go with the box and everything. Prabhu, give me that. Whether you ask permission or you don't ask permission, you just make somehow the prasadam ready. You take it and go somewhere inside the car, outside the car, or wherever it is. If it is an emergency situation, you have to have other services to go, and you have to take care of your family, packing and going prasadam. Please don't misunderstand me. That is all nice, no issues. But you don't have anything to do other than this. But you're selfishly taking the prasadam out before other devotees are eating, packing yourself and privately going and taking extra prasadam also and eating. That is not at all good. That is not Krishna consciousness. That is not this line is telling Kudi irundu kulindelo. That is not Kudi irundu kulindelo. We are disassociating with the devotees. But what Andal is saying is, we come together, we wear this dress nicely, and we wear all these ornaments together. We make this wonderful sweet rice, sakara pongal, and then filled with ghee and cashews and pistas and raisins and all this wonderful thing. We sit together and eat together this wonderful prasadam. And when we do this, when we do that one, it becomes so very nice, very happy. So Krishna, please provide us. When one starts experiencing Krishna consciousness, the point is when we experience Krishna consciousness to the best, then we are least worried about any problems of the world. We don't need to be worried about the world, what's happening in this country, what is happening in that country, what is happening. We don't need to be worried about it. It depends on how much deeper we are in Krishna consciousness, that much we will be detached from what's happening outside in the world. If you are worried about outside world too much, that means your attachment to the world is still there. Your Krishna consciousness is not to that level. One may tell, come on, Prabhu. We have to read the news every day. We need to know what's happening in that place, this place, this place. The world is bitter to us because we have the only reason the world is bitter is because we are diseased.